We're live at AVDP, volume 46. We got a special guest here. It's Adam Malone.
Hi.
You might remember Adam Malone from a couple times he's been here. It's been a while since you've been back, though. You can see we got new lights. We got a new microphone.
Yeah,
a whole new venue.
Starting to look legit.
Yeah.
I just want to say happy anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. I got my time hop told me that. It was not today.
It was August 6th we posted the first episode.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Today's
cool.
August 8th we're recording.
Great. Yeah.
So it's been pretty much exactly a year since we.
When your anniversary?
How about that?
Yeah. You get to be here for it.
What's the 1 year anniversary gift? You know, they do all that thing like silver, gold, and blah, blah, blah.
Blowjobs.
Silver gold?
You know, like your 5th year is like the gold anniversary and the 10th year is like the diamond and all that stuff.
There's no gifts here.
Okay.
We got new drinks, though. This is called Grok. It's tea, brandy, and red wine with some sugar and some cinnamon. It's good.
A little heat, yeah. A little kick.
Sounds like he hates it.
I like it.
I'm into it.
I mean, it's okay.
I've had it before.
Yeah. I had it at St. Petersburg.
You made it once for me before.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I
I
like
like it.
called grok.
Beats me.
There's also an Italian drink called grappa that's like basically moonshine with grapes in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like shitty wine.
It's really it's like moonshine, man. It's like 50%.
Well, right.
Hot shit.
But like shitty wine. They just throw some grapes in it and call this, look,
Yeah.
drink it. I mean, moonshine doesn't taste good, is what my point is.
Yeah, but
Then they like garnish it with some grapes.
Yeah, but wine is like light, you know. This
It's the
is
grape connection going on.
All right, it's like whiny moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
I like what I said better already. Okay. It's fine. So let's talk about the hot business. It's Cecil the lion, although Yuri thinks it's Cecil the lion.
Yeah, and then YouTube says it's Cecil.
Cecil the lion. So if you know how to pronounce it, I think it's Cecil, just because I don't know why. I didn't question.
It seems like it should be Cecil, but I've never
Sure
known
seems
one.
like it should be.
I always thought Cecil.
So what do you guys know about this lion?
So, I mean, I just from seeing it on social media and stuff, it was a lion that lived in like a habitat in like a what would you call it in Zimbabwe?
It was like a wildlife preserve.
Wildlife preserve, yeah. And then this hunter lured him out with food and then killed him. He's like a dentist from Minnesota or something. Mm-hmm.
Bloomington.
And the world flew into a fucking outrage.
Yeah.
Partially legitimate and partially really weird, I would say.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting because he's from Bloomington pretty much, which is a mile away.
Yeah,
actually, one of our old customers at Umbria lives next door to that guy.
Oh, really? How do you know that?
Because on Facebook, my friends on Facebook, and he posts like the news vans like down the street, just covering a street. He's like, look what my front yard looks like.
A local celeb.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the neighbor of the local criminal, is what I guess I would say. What all along? What's your thing? This is a topic that you wanted to talk about also.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting just seeing the giant level of outrage. For one, I don't think it should be surprising to anyone that people go and pay to shoot giant animals like this in Africa. This is definitely a thing. I think that people are like, oh my god, I can't. I mean, like, this is not. It really shouldn't be surprising.
It's not even the first news story of like this that's happened recently. Like I think there was a story in this article, the one you picked, where the guy who paid like a bunch of money to hunt that black rhino, like the black rhinoceros, like a year ago.
Yeah, and
same idea.
And there was a story about that girl who killed a giraffe or something. And
and had the pictures.
Hers
that was a big outrage.
Different because she was like. It wasn't like poaching as much.
Well, yeah, but the outrage was similar.
Yeah.
And there's always some element of surprise. Like, I can't believe that these beautiful animals are being hunted. It's like, well, sure they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. I guess you don't know everything, and people maybe didn't even know that. But I mean, I knew that this was happening. Like, I know people who go on African safaris and go kill a bunch of these majestic animals. And
well, there were stories like sent like, hey guys, since the week ago when this happened, 40 animals like have been like paid for hunting in Africa.
Yeah.
Like,
so what's interesting to me about this, I've been actually pretty active about the story on Facebook, is
surprising.
We've noticed. Yeah.
Well, thanks. Is that people, the outrage people have is real. They're very upset, and they're saying things like, we should kill this dentist, we should skin the dentist, all these things like that. And a lot of people are saying that. And it's like, the whole idea is that this lion is somehow, or a lion, is somehow more important than other animals, that it's totally okay to hunt. You not even eat, but like deer hunting is totally fine. Essentially what this guy did is he hunted a deer out of season.
Yeah.
That's the crime he committed. It's legal. You can kill lions. if you do it in a certain way. Like legal lion hunting exists in Africa.
I mean, it's a little more than that. I mean, the lion was in a specific preserve.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, it's legal to hunt lions. It's just not legal sometimes to hunt lions.
It's not legal to hunt this particular
right,
one.
And exactly.
What the guy said is when people go do this, they don't just go out to Africa and like grab their gun and shoot it. They hire someone who lives there who is doing like a hunting expedition. He says he trusted this person to find him the right one and probably never even considered that he was going to find him the wrong one.
That's a good. I actually didn't even think about that.
Yeah, this is what the dentist. That's what his statement was. He's like completely disappeared and like shut down his business and all these things, which is a whole other issue. But yeah, he says he paid for this safari. This guy took him here, and then they shot this lion. Like if you hear, I mean, it doesn't sound very. It doesn't sound very noble the way he killed it. Like they drugged it or something, like fed it and baited it out, and then they just shot it.
I heard they shot it with a compound bow or something, and then they tracked it for days till it was like bled out, basically. Mm-hmm. You know. Yeah,
it's 2 days.
This isn't that Val Kilmer movie, The Ghost in the Darkness. That's for sure.
Let me get rid of this dog here.
Yeah, we fucked up even having him.
You're gonna like get rid of him?
Well, let's go upstairs.
Sleep with the fishes, you know.
Go upstairs.
So do we just talk now?
I think so.
All right.
You think he's trying to white fang him?
White fang him?
You remember that book, White Fang, where like the kid at the end of the book, like his friend is like a wolf or something or a dog, and he's like at the end he's like, "Go!" He like throws rocks at the dog. He's like, "I don't love you. We're not friends." And the dog's like, "Oh," and he like runs away. But it's really because he wants him to be free with he doesn't belong with him. But their friendship and their bond from there, he's like, "Get out, get! We're not friends." Like it makes me cry every time, man.
All right, I'm back.
Did you white fang him?
No, I just put him upstairs. So okay. There's the thing with this lion is, like I said, but the fact that he killed a lion out of the rules range doesn't seem. That's not what's important to most people who are appalled. You know what I mean? They're appalled because a lion is more valuable than a deer.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And that's the issue that I mean. That's what I want them to open their eyes to, is that it isn't more valuable than a deer. It's just another animal that lives in a different part of the world.
It's just crazy to me that even like animals in that region are still being poached in very similar manners since the story, and nobody's like you know, like I get what you're saying. Obviously, you know, like your thing here. I know what you're doing. I get it. All right, okay. Bro. I get it.
All right.
But that's let's looking backwards. Let's looking big picture. I'm just saying these people who are like, you know, focused on this one thing, this very narrow thing. Well, like it's still going on. You know, like they're not even upset that it's still going on. They're like literally just upset about this instance.
Yeah,
Well, I think they are upset that it's still going on. Now that they found out it's going on.
Maybe some people are, but it doesn't seem like they're outraged about these other animals who are like in this region in Zimbabwe.
Because this outrage has a focal point. There's one guy who they know his name.
It's a local,
and they can yell at him. I mean, the other poachers that are poaching, you know, rhinos and stuff. That's, you know, they don't like that either probably, but they can't name them and go petition their dentist office.
What we should do is we should name all animals. They should be named.
Well, I said that. Yep, I said also we should start eating lions, and that way they'd cease to be endangered because we can just breed them and make a lot of money off.
Does anyone eat lions?
No, because they're too rare. You could, but you can't like.
Are they that rare?
Yeah, are they?
Well, they're endangered.
Are they?
Are they?
They are. Yes.
Prove it.
I actually Googled it, and the story I read says that they should be endangered, but there's some kind of like a big hunting lobby that made them that changed the label from endangered to like
threatened or something.
Threatened to be endangered. So they're not quite endangered enough to stop Americans from paying money to go hunt them, but they are like very rare. Yeah, I mean too rare to like eat.
Yeah,
they're more valuable to, you know, sell their skins or whatever. But no, the reaction like I posted on a lot of people's walls as far as like I go, if you were upset about this lion, you should be upset about all the other animals that are dying. You should carry that compassion that you have for lions to all the animals because they're not different. And then they would argue with me about it for a while, grasping for why it's different because they really are upset the lion died. They are really upset, but then they can't figure out why they are upset about the lion, not upset about everything else. And then eventually they get to, well, the lion's endangered. And that's the reason it's more important. But that wasn't the reason they were upset in the first place because it took them like 7 or 8 comments to get to that point. They had to come up with that afterwards. No one's upset that he's endangered. They're upset because they love lions so much. And you should love lions, they're fine. But you should love all the animals the same. Love them all.
All right.
Love them. So, that's where I'm at on this. Now, other than the thing here now, as far as the dentist goes, I'm almost like it seems like I'm defending the dentist a lot of times when I talk about it because
I kind of feel bad for him.
Oh yeah, I mean he didn't know.
I mean he's not like a hero or anything, but it's clear that his scumbaggy hobby got him into like very hot water, and it wasn't necessarily his fault.
Yeah,
the amount of hot water he got.
Like I mean, I hate hunters.
Yeah,
I'm happy he's suffering misfortune. I don't feel bad about that at all.
Well,
but
it sucks people in his life too are being punished.
That's too bad for them. Yeah,
that's not really fair.
But it's just like the crime he committed, like I said, is equivalent to killing a deer out of season. He wanted to go legally hunt a lion for his hobby, for fun, like the good old boys go to the cabin, and then he killed a lion, but whoops, you killed him outside of this border, or you killed him in a different place, or you killed a lion with a name, and now you're fucked. That's the same crime as hunters commit all the time when they just kill too many deers over their quota, or they kill a deer out of season. It's just a fucking legal loophole, but this time, like, the world's appalled that this happened. It's a fucking joke. I mean, yeah, I'm glad this hunter got what he deserved, but every hunter should get what they deserve. So it's stupid to pick and choose like that. If you're opposed to it, you got to be opposed to it. It's stupid.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not outraged at all by this. Like I said, I knew that a lot of people hunt.
Yeah,
and I agree. I actually agree with your point that like one animal, all animal. Like I don't really think there should be much of a distinction either. But the pretty ones really do get all what people.
Yeah, well,
they
just
get all the sympathy.
It's just like pretty blonde girls get all the news stories when they get kidnapped, right?
Pretty bald Russians.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I mean that the fact that happens because it's easy to love good-looking things and cuddly things. Not lions are cuddly, but like we understand that to be irrational.
I think one of the best fucking movies in the last couple of years was Nightcrawler, because it just shows the way the media picks up stories and how they want to go with them. And I think it's obviously it's a hyperbole or kind of a bigger angle of it, but it's true that they want to spin. And nobody's going to pick up stories and try to force them into the public eye unless there's something they can work with it on.
Yeah.
And then here's an example.
Here's a good
example.
A
line with a name. It's a name. It's well known. It's famous. Be like somebody fucking shot Rudolph the reindeer.
Yeah.
Like it's got a name. You know it.
And I like there's a backlash too against the story on Facebook where people are like, it's the you're mad about the lion, but you're not mad about these 4 Marines that died yesterday. You know what I mean? No, you're mad about the lion. What about this child in Ethiopia?
It's the Whitney Houston thing.
It is the Whitney Houston thing. And it's just like, it's such I really get so mad when people post that shit because...
I'm with Adam, is that I'm just not mad in general. Like, I looked at when I first saw the story, I was like, all right, that's, whatever. That sucks, I guess. But I wasn't outraged by it to begin with. The only reason I'm really interested is how far the story's gone versus the story itself. That's really what's got my goat. It's got my goat.
I just hate when people compare causes. I hate it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that.
I think
there is a lot of that. It always happens. It's like you care about this, but you don't even care about our Marines. It's like you don't need. I can care about both those things.
That's a really poor logical argument.
It's absolutely horrible. And it's like I can care about the lion, and I can care about fucking Ethiopian deaths. I can care about both of them. Like, they'll go, why isn't this going? Why isn't there an uproar about this kidnapping? Somebody said, you care about this lion. Why don't you look up Barbara Steinel or something like that? And I'm like, okay.
Barbara Streisand.
So I Googled it. I Googled her name, and it was like somebody shot a woman in California, and then they caught him, and he was arrested for charged with murder. End of story. Like, that's the story. I'm like, well, I'll tell you why there's no outrage, because somebody committed a crime, and it's a shame. They caught him and charged him with murder.
That's actually pretty good.
Where's the what outrage? I mean, yeah, I'm sorry that she died, but they caught, like, maybe if they let him off, there would be an outrage. Why would you even bring that up here? You're talking about a fucking lion death.
Oh, that's great. That's
fucking idiotic, man. It's so stupid.
What about Jack the Ripper, bro? They never caught him.
They never even caught that guy. He's still out there.
He's still out there for sure.
Like from the 1800s, like England.
They never caught him. You don't know what he's like. Had a whole cult, maybe.
So give us a comment about what your thoughts are on Cecil the Lion, or is it Cecil?
Yeah, that's right.
Or is it Cecile?
Cecile.
Well, here's my question.
Yeah.
People have said extradite this dentist to Zimbabwe.
Do they want him to?
That's insane.
Facebook comments say this. Like, obviously,
there was a petition that got 120,000 signatures to extradite.
Isn't he facing some charges there?
Well, he's faced the charges there. They want him to come back there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If they want him, then.
And then I heard that the United States, I don't know, wildlife something or another, they're like looking into charges, but I don't see how they could possibly charge the United States organization
I don't know
charged
what
him with
law-
a crime
yeah.
committed. Like that sounds like it would be.
Well, if
ridiculous.
if he committed a crime in a different country and then left the country, should he not be extradited to face charges?
Not
well,
necessarily.
the U.S. usually won't.
Yeah, we don't
Really?
do it. We don't do it for all kinds of other shit.
Really?
Yeah,
I know nothing about this.
It's a country's choice. Like, I don't know. A lot of times you want to protect your citizens. It's like, why is Russia not extraditing Snowden to us? We've been demanding it forever. Like, fucking their choice. You don't have to do it.
Well, I mean, Russia and America have a thing going, so that's
Well,
why.
do we have a? I don't know. Like,
A treaty or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
unless there's some like very strong political reason, or as a country you like don't want to be associated with it. But like, we're not just gonna fucking extradite some citizen of ours for this. Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
Why not? What for? What then? What do you mean? Not for this? You say like what? I mean,
Like,
he committed
for like a mass murder, maybe. Like, I don't know, not for a fucking like poaching. It's a bad crime, but to just extradite a citizen, like throw him out of the country, basically, it's pretty extreme.
I mean, it makes sense to me. Someone commits a crime and then they just leave the country and like, see ya. I mean, that's fucked up.
I guess it happens here too. Like,
It's fucked up if it happens here too.
it's a jurisdictional thing.
I don't know anything about it.
yeah, I'd rather keep the citizens here.
I guess.
I mean, we could do it if they wanted to. They could easily, but like,
I think would it be the U.S. Justice Department's decision or Barack Obama's decision?
it'd be the executive department because it's enforcement of the
Yeah,
laws.
Obama ain't extraditing this guy.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
it's
got
just
great teeth.
great teeth.
Yeah, he appreciates.
Gotta keep the
dentistry.
dentists in America.
I just think that'd be a weird thing to extradite for. That's like a pretty extreme step.
Yeah.
Like, you extradite terrorists.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least his business is closed, so now he's miserable.
Yes, I
At
mean,
least.
his family's getting death
So-
and rape threats. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of sucks.
So should we segue here to this next thing?
Mm-hmm.
So
This better be
that's a
good
good
segue.
one. You say at least his business is closed, and you're glad about this. However, in this case, what happened was there was an allegation of a crime committed in a far off place in the world. Facebook and everybody in the media decided they caused this guy to go into hiding, shut down his business. There's been no trial. There's been nothing other than what do you call it, Yuri?
The court of public
The
opinion.
court of public opinion. Just
COPO.
going completely nuts and like going. I mean, I don't want to say nuts because it's not abnormal to see this happen because this happens all the time.
The punishment has more or less been handed down by a social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's come from.
So I think, for one, I think this is a disturbing trend, personally. I see this happen more where all of a sudden just one news story and there's protest, like it whips people up into a frenzy and like protesting outside of his, and I forget what this person's crime is. I mean, nobody's going to be immune to this. Like if something false was reported or something, there could be, this sort of thing could happen to anyone, and I can see it even getting violent. Like you said people were even calling for this.
They were saying all kinds of nonsense.
Long-time listeners will remember me bringing this up several episodes ago, and Krasny's shitting on me pretty good.
I don't think I did. I'm
interested. What'd you shit on?
I don't.
I don't believe I did,
I
'cause
don't really get it.
Well, maybe I didn't get it. I don't call that shitting on you. Maybe you did a bad job explaining what you mean.
It was near the end of the podcast, so we were probably pretty.
Well, I don't think I was shitting on you if I didn't understand what you were
let's
saying.
go to the tapes.
Yeah, at the tapes.
Yeah.
But it's just true. And this, this was a big thing on Reddit for a while, where
Reddit, man.
Where they were accusing people, like Reddit was trying to like witch hunt people to figure out who did something. I forgot what it was, but they put their addresses up on Reddit.
Yeah, doxing.
Yeah.
Right? Where you put...
Well, that's what the idea, but it happened. Yeah. I forgot what it was, but they thought they found somebody who did this, and they published his whatever, and then that person got fucked up.
Yeah, it was the Boston Marathon. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the Boston Marathon. That's right. Yeah, Reddit thought they discovered who it was.
Oh God.
And it was not that guy. And they just started posting shit, and then Reddit passed some stuff where if you ever post anybody's identifying information, they'll immediately take the post down and ban you, or whatever. But they did that, and then I don't know. They think I die or anything.
Reddit's been going through some drama recently.
Fuck yeah, they have.
They took down some subreddits recently, and they're just the fucking worst subreddits.
Yeah, just absolutely awful subreddits.
For example, R raping women was a subreddit.
Yep.
What a fucking subreddit.
Yeah.
Just disgusting.
Yeah, there was one making fun of overweight people too.
Yeah, that was fat people.
Fat hate or something.
Fat hate or something.
Pretty horrible. There was one I think called Coontown, and it was just racist stuff. They took that one down.
Just racist stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so Ellen Poe, the new CEO, who is now resigned.
Yeah.
she wanted to clean up Reddit, so she wanted to take down the worst of it, which is, I'm fine with it. And then those fucking Reddit, fucking idiots started spazzing out about free speech and how they deserve their cesspool of fucking diarrhea
Free speech, because
constantly.
Reddit's run by the government, so free speech.
Yeah. So then they start going, well, we're gonna fucking post this shit everywhere then. So they started posting the stuff that would be on those subreddits all over Reddit, and then it was all on the front page anyway, and they couldn't get rid of all this horrible content.
Jesus.
So great job, you fucking trolls.
What was Space Dicks? Is that right?
Space dicks. It's not. Yeah. I mean,
That
it's
was
not
a rough one.
That's just. It's not offensive. Like, it's just gross.
Yeah.
At least it's not like straight up
Space Dicks?
hateful.
You never went to Space
You
Dicks?
should check out our Space Dicks if it's still around.
I don't know if it's still around. It might be. I'm gonna look really quick.
It's you can't explain it even.
You really can't.
I can't. I couldn't even explain it to you.
It's the worst.
So yeah, fuck Reddit. I hate that place. I still use it though.
You
can't avoid it.
I don't really go on.
It's all right.
I now use it for like purposes. Like I'll go on specific subreddits for like information or like things I'm interested in.
I use Hearthstone Reddit.
Yeah, like stuff like games, whatever, movies. But I used to use it just for like fucking goofing around. I used to go to the front page when I was like in school.
Yeah.
I don't really use it for that anymore. I don't know what my deal is.
It's just not the same, Like
It is the same.
Front page is just like it's like oh, here's some cute dog picture with some stupid caption. It's got like 100,000 likes on it.
Cute
like,
cat,
Yeah.
fucking
Like, what is,
Elvis's
like-
picture and toast.
I think I just got so frustrated, like actually trying to post things. And that's really when it goes downhill. Is when you try to post anything,
Yep.
and you don't understand why something gets big and why something doesn't.
Yeah, it's
and you just
really
get so
irritating.
frustrated. It's just infuriating.
So here's a story on. This is not about the internet, but a couple episodes ago, I talked about that CEO guy who made everybody
70,000, yeah.
who made everybody's salary 70,000, and now his whole plan went to shit, and a bunch of people quit because they got so jealous that people who are worse than them are getting paid the same as them, and then he's like his company's in shit city.
And like investors bailed out because not bailouts on their word, like they left because they were like, well, this company can't survive.
Yeah,
paying everybody that much money.
They didn't agree with his move. I don't like this story at all. I'm upset by it.
What don't you like about it?
I don't like that it didn't work. I wish it did work.
So you think that just knowing nothing, what did the company even do? Do you even know?
Online banking.
Okay, so I mean, knowing nothing else, you think just because he decided to give everyone the same salary, that in and of itself should make for a successful business?
I don't know. I don't know if it.
It was
The thing is, though, his business isn't failing because he ran out of money. His business is failing because of people's reactions was wrong. Like he cut his own salary from $3.5 million to 70,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like he just started paying people too much money and started making himself go bankrupt. That wasn't what happened. What happened was a lot of his best people quit, and because they didn't get raises to compensate them.
Did they get a pay cut?
No, nobody got a pay cut. They just didn't get a proportional raise.
Okay.
So now, like, if you're getting paid $85,000 a year as a top engineer over there, and then all of a sudden secretary is getting paid $70,000, you quit because her success somehow becomes your unsuccess. So you're just out of fucking jealousy, you quit, which is just human nature, I guess. But it's the worst part of it. You know what I mean? It's the worst part of human nature. Now, this is minimum wage. I'm against raising minimum wage. I'm against it because I'm afraid of this. This will happen. I'm afraid people will not want certain jobs.
That's a little different.
Well, whatever. The point is, I'm happy that a private guy did it. Because if the government does it, we're all fucked. Can't go back on it. They'll fuck it all up. Here's a private guy who's like, I'm going to take it upon myself to test out this theory. I'm going to raise everybody's salary to like a really great amount. Totally like, as a nice thing to do. And then it fucking totally fails. So it's a real shame, but that's what would happen if we raised minimum wage.
You're really apples and oranges over here.
Am I?
Very much so.
Explain.
Well, none of these people are like starving or trying to like survive. They're just like making 45, 50,000 and now they're getting raises. Like that's income equality, right? Minimum wage is like literally adjusting to poverty and like fight like people not being able to pay for rent and food.
It's artificially making people get paid stuff they don't deserve based on their skill level.
Unless they're already being paid under what they deserve.
Well, okay, but then you got to agree that that's happening.
I think it is.
Well, I don't agree that that's happening. So that's why this is not apples and oranges.
It absolutely is. Like one is for the purpose of giving people enough money to live, and one isn't for the purpose of like making things more fair.
The purpose is not relevant to what it'll do to the workforce, though. Like, the purpose is great. Maybe this guy's purpose was to make sure these guys all get boats.
Well,
the
are you
purpose
saying that
doesn't
if we
matter.
raise minimum wage, then everybody like won't have enough money to survive and the businesses will close?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
You,
I'm saying
you
that...
said that before, that if we raise minimum
Oh,
wage...
well, I think that's different. That'll happen. But this human nature element where if someone gets paid like the same as the lowest worker,
Okay.
then they're going to hate their job and they're going to not want that job anymore.
So they're going to quit and go where?
I don't know where these guys went, but they'll quit and go somewhere else.
Yeah, or other companies where like you can make more. But if people aren't going to quit minimum wage jobs to go to other minimum wage jobs, like that's not going to happen there.
No, the people who get minimum wage raised, they're going to love their job. The people who get paid slightly more than minimum wage now are going to be really miserable because now everybody else gets minimum wage.
See, that fucking argument pisses me off, and I think it's
I mean, that's exactly what happened here.
like at my work, for example, there's talk of like we should do something that's better for everybody.
Yep.
And they're like, you know what though? All the other attorneys who've been here for like 3 years, like they had to deal with this bullshit where they didn't get this. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's
but
somebody,
they want it too. That's the thing, is they also want it. They're like, that'd be great. I wish we could have this now. They're not saying, yeah, I want everybody to fucking suffer because I had to suffer for 2 years.
but they are saying that kind of.
No, like it's like a made up argument by the bosses because they don't want to pay out the.
Oh, the bosses are saying that in
Yeah, but everybody there wants it.
Oh,
They all
okay,
want,
that's
you
not
know,
the same
like
then.
I don't believe that if everybody's like, here's an example where a couple people quit for that reason.
Yep.
But like, it's a totally, I don't know. I just can't imagine people at like who like are making $12 an hour at a fucking Taco Bell being like, this guy's making 9 now instead of 7. I'm out. I'm done.
Well, he'll be more. I don't know if he'll quit. I'm not saying they'll all quit, but he will be agitated if that happened because there's some kind of jealousy that happens where I deserve this much.
You know, I didn't get mad when I was working places.
Great for you.
Like you worked at jobs when the minimum wage went up. You were working around that time.
Yeah.
Were you outraged? Do you get mad when people around you get raises? Like why would that affect?
I try my best not to get mad about that. Yeah. I mean, that's a thing that happens to people.
I just think that's such a weird. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either. That's what I'm saying. It's
I
the
don't
worst.
get it. I
It's
don't
the
get
worst
it.
part of human nature, and that's what happened here because people are like, well, I'm so much more valuable and better than this person.
I think in these type of companies where your average salaries are above 40,000, above 50,000, like that's a different mindset. It's a different mentality than you're going to get in
maybe.
minimum wage jobs.
I feel like the mentality is similar.
Well,
It's a
the
different situation.
difference of 20,000 versus like $4 an hour, I think is a big difference.
That's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it affects how you react to this kind of stuff.
It might, but what this guy did is he made everybody's salary a livable wage.
Yeah.
That's what he did. And
Well,
it totally,
way above
Well,
a livable wage.
he made-
70,000 is the number they
it's-
talk about when like
it's a comfortable wage. The good number.
it's the wage at which happiness maxes out according
Yeah.
to science.
Right. So he
That's
did that
not-
to everybody,
yeah.
and it didn't work. That's what I'm afraid will happen if we raise minimum wage.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Well, the other thing is
The-
that go ahead.
the way it's not working, you're saying, like, the business is actually doing poorly, or did it shut down, or they just had people quit, or like, what exactly?
Well, he lost a lot of his best people, and his investors divested from his company,
Okay.
and not
So-
because
so
he's
the-
doing poorly.
So the investment thing is going to be
Because-
an issue with minimum wage. I also want to say
Going to be an issue. Won't be an issue.
people aren't going to de-invest from companies because minimum wage goes up because
Well, no, they're
there's
not.
no other
They're
option.
not. You're right.
So like,
I'm saying the human element of it is the problem because people will get agitated if they're not getting paid enough more than the people who are the worst. That's what's going to happen, and then
so let them get agitated. If you quit a $14 an hour job, where are you going to go? Another $14 an hour
I
job?
don't know where they're going to go. They're going to go to a different state, probably.
But they want to raise it federally.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
federal
I don't
minimum.
know.
Minnesota's already raised their minimum
Hey,
wage.
man, I don't know where they're going to go. What I'm going to say is my
They're
point
gonna-
is that inner
Well,
turmoil
are you
is
with
the
me here,
problem.
Malone?
Pardon me?
Are you with me here, or what do you think?
With you
well,
on what?
I don't think that. I don't see the connection between the minimum wage thing and this particular example of people getting jealous. I mean, I think yes,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
if you're making $1 over minimum wage and they raise minimum wage to $15 and you're making $16 an hour, yeah, I can see people getting annoyed at that. Like maybe they started at $6 or at $9 an hour, and over the years they got raises, and now everyone just bam, all of a sudden they're making as much as me for doing in their eyes nothing. I can see people getting agitated at that. But I agree with you. Or wait, who said where are they going to go?
Yeah,
Whoever said that, I mean, what are they going to quit? Like that, you have to go find another job. It's a different. There's nowhere to go. If the minimum wage is the same, there's nowhere to go anywhere. In this case, my thought about this, him lowering his salary and giving everyone, it just seemed like a giant publicity stunt that seemed to work really well. It was all over the front page of everything. It seemed to not have I thought it had more to do with just getting a whole bunch of free press rather than actually improving your business. In my eyes, and it seemed to work quite poorly in this case.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That was I don't really know the real.
I mean, it probably has something to do with it.
And I feel like if investors, I would guess they're taking their money out because they think the business isn't going to do well, not because they are seeing some weird thing. Like, I mean,
that's what they think. They think this can't sustain.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
maybe.
know why
I mean, I feel like it's probably much more of a business decision than some like, oh, people are going to, you know what I mean? Like, if the business was doing really well and growing and like everything, like all that was good. I can't. I mean, you know, they would be doing fine and people would be staying there. Like, I really can't believe that was just it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I forgot what one of the articles I read was about. Might have been. I don't know if it was this one, but it was like one of the guys who left was like, "Well, I want to start my own business, and this isn't like helping because the publicity is bad or something." Like one of those reasons was like the publicity, and I was like, "Well, that's not the core of the argument here. It's just you're mad that this is getting a lot of attention."
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of people were quitting because they didn't want the attention.
Yeah,
so
I can see it. I mean,
that's a legitimate reason.
The company I worked on, they did. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, I don't know how I'd feel.
I don't want to use cameras in my face.
I don't like too much attention.
But if everybody's doing it around the country, then you're not getting. You know, like the core principle is still fine, at least for that argument. That's just a unique situation because this guy's the first one doing it.
I think it's an interesting experiment, and I think something we'll probably see more of, like more profit sharing or like an intentional leveling out. Like they're even discussing laws of capping CEO pay or making it some. Or I heard they want to make.
Or something?
Well, they want to make it a mandatory reporting requirement for public companies where they have to report the percentage of the CEO pay is over the median worker, and like companies don't. I mean, it's like companies don't want to do it because they say they're getting like. I just mean like what a tiny little like. You know, give me a break. Like that's some giant list. This is gonna like change some. I mean,
everybody already knows CEOs are making,
Oh no!
Wow.
The fuck?
I don't know how that happened. We're good.
Good thing you got that case.
Oh yeah, cases.
The old piggy.
No.
That was weird.
That was really fucking weird. It happened like right as she opened the door too, which is really weird.
Oof. Yeah.
All right, Malone. Why don't we change gears?
All right. So. I know you're a big Facebook guy.
Huge.
Very active on it.
Huge Facebook guy.
Loves the book.
Yeah, loves the book. I feel like I kind of hate it. I hate Facebook, I think. I feel like it brings me down. Every time I log in, no matter what, it brings me down. Like, if I see my friends' positive posts, it annoys me because they're just too positive. I'm like, oh, you're just trying to brag, you know, like, it like annoys me. Like, I don't like having that reaction. Like, I hear something positive and I like feel negative. Like, that seems just totally wrong to me. It makes no sense.
People's fun vacation pics make me sad about my life.
Yeah, I mean, or just like, oh, I'm so blessed to have like just such a great wife, and like, oh, I got like, it's like, it bugs me, and like, I don't understand why it bugs me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Negative things, also, someone complaining, anything that starts with dear, like dear, comma,
God.
like I know I don't want to read this. Like, I just complaining about something, like I don't like it. Let's see what else. If it's about the news, I'm like pretty much annoyed by most news stories that people post. Usually because like I don't think it's not like my preferred news source, and like I don't believe it. Like probably just exactly whatever my preconceived notions about the news story is. That's what I'm gonna believe. So I just wonder like why am I still on this? If like at every turn I seem to just not like any of it. I like the one exception is funny. I like seeing funny stuff.
But you see it less and less, I feel like.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, but events is just so useful. You know, Facebook events. If you're not on Facebook, like, how are you ever going to get invited to a party? And like, how are you going to have your own party and like invite?
I can't even do it.
I know you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really bad at that. Like, I used to use it for that, and now I just feel like I don't. I don't know how to explain it.
Who parties anymore?
Yeah. Well, I just like. I feel like here's the problem is that Facebook has become so like diluted. Maybe diluted is not like. It's less and less stuff I give a shit about, and more and more stuff that's overwhelming me. Like, it invites to weird groups or like other fucking random events. So like somebody decided to become a fucking DJ and now wants to like invite me to their fucking DJ club every other week or some shit like that. Like, you have friends like that, right? Who have fucking invite you to weird shit.
Yeah.
You just gotta block those friends.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking should.
No, but so I mean, I just wonder like why. What do you think? I remember in the past you had a rant about like just get a Facebook account already. I believe it was where like people were getting like.
Get a fucking account.
I mean, I don't know. What do I do? Like, I can't help but log in. Like,
you
I always
need to like the things that you like with the thumb, and then you'll see them more often in your feed.
Yeah.
You gotta let Facebook know what you like.
Yeah, but I mean,
I feel like nowadays there are enough alternative ways of getting in touch with people that it's almost less important, and especially like the type of things you're trying to do. Like you talk about parties, like I'm not throwing these giant ragers where I gotta fucking reach out to all these random people now. I'm probably just reaching out to, like, if I was having a party, I guess it'd be really nice, you know. But I can email a bunch of people. You know, most of the people I need to keep in touch with, I can email them or text them, or you know, throw out a mass text. Like I see more invites to parties through mass text now than I get through fucking Facebook invites.
Mass texts are my least favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, they're
I want to.
Why?
They are
Fuck,
pretty
because
bad.
you can't. Because then you get all the
can't
texts
leave.
from all
You
the
can't
fucking
leave
cunts that keep texting it.
Yeah, you can.
How?
There's literally a button that says leave conversation.
Okay, well, I'll
I've done
use
it
that
several
next
times.
time.
I don't think I have it in Android.
Oh, the iPhone's put it in recently.
Well,
I'm sure you guys
they
do.
definitely
If
put
we
it
have
in.
it, you fucking have
They
it.
put it in recently because
Yeah, I mean, in the last like year and a half.
I don't know. I'm not friends with anybody who group texts me anymore. So
Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. There's just enough alternative ways. I feel like.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it's still probably the best way to do it. But I feel like nowadays most people don't even fucking check their Facebook.
I mean, if you don't like what Facebook offers you, then
I mean, like, I think it's actually a fantastic platform. I think it's
Yeah.
just the interface of it and like how it all works. Like, I think it's really good. I guess I just think like I don't care. Like, I don't care what my 500 like friends like. I don't want to hear their takes, and I don't really want updates on their life. I guess.
I think the
That's really
problem
what it comes down to.
I think
Like,
the problem for us is we got into it at a time when it was like college, right? When
Yeah.
you're starting college and you meet everybody, and the first thing you do is become friends with them on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and they tag you in pictures, and you meet all these fucking strangers, and like it's the first thing you do when you meet somebody almost. But now half those fucking people you don't talk to anymore. I don't even remember who half the people are. I'm friends with on Facebook. I guess I could go through and cut them, but like, what's the fucking point?
you got to purge.
You know,
Yeah.
it seems weird to purge. That's like.
Yeah, I think so too.
But like new people who like come to Facebook, they're like, oh, like here's the people I'm friends with. Here's who I want to be friends with. Like they have a benefit now because they can tailor more, you know, to actually people they
You
give a
can
shit
just
about.
unfriend people to do the same tailoring.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm not, like I'm gonna go through 1,000 fucking people and just purge them all. I guess I could.
You should just want you go to Facebook when you go on. You're like, this is dumb. Just
Yeah.
unfriend those people as they go.
You're right. I mean, you're totally right. I'm not saying that it's like some big
I mean,
curse in my life.
the use of it is, you know, it's like Reddit, but only your friends. And I hate Reddit.
How about this? All right, here's what I want. Maybe I should make this actually as a Facebook plugin. It blacks out the name and the picture, so I have no idea who's actually writing this post,
Oh, that'd be
and I
interesting.
just see the content. And then I wonder how I'd think then. I don't know. It'd be funny.
That'd
That
be
was
very
interesting.
I also want a filter. I want a specific filter where I can say you want to see happy like arguments, news stories.
Facebook should do that.
funny. I want
That-
like funny only. So it's like if it ain't funny. Or I also would like to just turn off all the comments. Like I don't want to see my friends arguing with each other about whatever. Like
You
I
don't?
just no, I don't.
Fucking best part.
Yeah, I know you love it. Like you can't get enough of this. I
Love
just
that
don't.
shit.
I don't like it. Like it just brings me down. It's just negative vibes.
I was fighting with a guy on Facebook. Well, I do it like daily, but this is a recent one. Is I posted this thing. Okay, it's like a graph that I found. What are you laughing about?
I was trying to find this tweet that my girlfriend Chloe did the other day. It's actually pretty fucking funny. You can read it out loud if you want.
It's okay. So it's a conversation.
It's like you got to read it and get to the end.
I'm a mom, so I know. It is in quotes. But what about the troops? 21-day fix. What happened next shocked everyone. Me reading through Facebook.
And it's true. Like you go through Facebook and it's all these news stories. It's
Oh,
like
sure, okay.
doctors hate her for this, or like 21-day fix, like fix wrinkles. What about the troops? Like exactly what you're saying.
That is, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I posted this graph that I saw, and it just said it's like a gun. It was a gun. It's a gun control message.
Which, by the way, we were way fucking ahead of the curve on that. Do you remember we had, like a month ago we had an episode on gun control, or like it came up randomly. We started talking about gun control and like how ridiculous it was that we haven't banned guns.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that shooting happened in the movie theater.
Yeah, well, they're shootings fucking weekly.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
well, you
no,
know.
you're right. There was a shooting.
And
Yep.
then gun control came up again, and we were like, wow.
Well, they're doing the debates too, so this like kind of in the politics.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's a graph, and the graph says gun murders per 100,000 people, and America has this big red graph, and it's 4, which is not a huge number, but it's 4. But then they compare it to other first world countries like England, France, Spain, you know, and they're all like 0.2, you know, and we're like way up there.
Yeah.
So I shared it because I'm like that's interesting. And then there's I got some, you know, people who I fight with all the time. Comes on some fucking balloon head named Dwayne. He fights with me all the time. He's a fucking moron.
Why have you blocked that?
Oh, because people who are really like so stupid. It's kind of fun just to let them comment because it makes me look good. Because like they're so stupid.
Yeah.
But then he comments, he goes, so, I mean, obviously, we have way more guns than all those other countries. And I'm like, you got it, Dwayne.
Yeah, you nailed it.
You got gold star for you. I mean, yeah, that's the point of the thing, is we have a lot of guns and a lot of gun murders.
Yeah.
He goes, so what you're saying is, the analogies come. So what you're saying is, if we had 4 water drownings over 100,000, we should just ban water? I'm like, well, okay, if we go with that analogy, I guess if we had 4 to 5 times the amount of water drownings in other countries, we're probably doing something wrong with our water, and we should take a look at it, like maybe less pools. Obviously,
more lifeguards.
We're not banning water.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, so basically what you're saying is, if you have 4 ingrown hairs on your head, you should just shave your whole head. I'm like, no, then I'd be saying kill all the people to avoid the gun murders. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
Fucking idiotic fucking analogies. I love it.
All right, Dwayne's pretty bad at this.
Dwayne is bad at it.
Classic Dwayne, though, right?
It is classic Dwayne. Our boy Hoobie is also all over my posts like that, and he's equally bad.
He'd probably agree with that one, though, wouldn't he?
Oh, he's not. He's on my vegan posts because he's now a chef in training.
Oh, really?
He's now in culinary school. Therefore,
I thought he was a musician.
He's still an expert musician, okay. but now because he's in culinary school, he's now an expert chef as well, and that makes him an expert in animal factory farming.
Okay.
And I don't understand anything about it. I'm totally uninformed when it comes to factory farming. He knows he's in school to be a chef, so he knows all about it. So yeah, he's fighting with me all the time about that.
I need to get in on that because I haven't. I need to check that out. Okay. I missed that completely.
So now. Well, there was going to be a segment which, called Our Fucking Heroes, where we talk about the latest police brutality and killings that have gone on in America, but Yuri says he doesn't want to deal with that anymore.
I wish I hadn't used my joke off air.
Yeah, you can use it right now.
So I said, Krasny, for an animal lover, you sure do love being a dead horse.
It's a good joke.
Here's my thing, is I just like, what I said earlier is, I kind of got into this podcast as more of a fun, lighthearted talk about pop culture stuff, things that interest me, just kind of a fun, chit chat about whatever that I'm interested in during that period. Yeah, some hot topics we got into, but over time we've become like every cop killing we need to fucking bring up, and it's like everybody gets it. I don't know, it sucks, but
everybody does not get it.
Like, what are we adding at this point? Just like
we're reporting on it because I think it's important to put it out there because it's good to open people's eyes about what's going on.
I've said everything I have to say about it, pretty much. I mean, I have nothing new to add at this point. Like, what do you?
There's 2 stories that I want to talk about. Well, I'm not going to talk about them because you're vetoing it, and you're an equal partner in the podcast. So
I'm just saying I don't have anything to contribute really to the story.
Okay. Well, there was.
If there's anything you want to say about it, say it.
Our fucking heroes letting us down daily. That's I guess the gist of it.
What's the song? I don't even know.
I gotta fucking find it. People, if you listen to the last episode, we got a little segment theme song for it. But I guess we'll wait for
now
to get back here.
If any of our listeners that we still have left go on here and say, you know what, I actually want to hear about this shit every week, I will get on board. I will say that.
Okay.
I will do it for the listeners.
So we're gonna. Well, let me just summarize it. There have been two acts which make me really unimpressed with our police force. And then we'll just leave it at that. You can look them up. Just look up police being bad on Google, and you'll see plenty of stories.
Were they black people?
No, luckily, one was a young white boy victim.
Oh my god, I saw this.
Oh, is it the guy in the drive-thru?
I don't know about drive-thru. He was a kid with braces, and he was allegedly dealing with marijuana.
I saw the story was young white teenager shot dead. Where's the outrage?
Yeah, that was a story, and so I am outraged. And the cop came up and shot this it's like a 17-year-old kid twice, and the guy actually had the nerve to say it was in self-defense. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess braces could be considered a deadly weapon. He could have bit him hard with those sharp metal in his mouth.
Moonraker?
That's what I'm saying, man. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually, I mean, is it racist to be relieved that it's not a black person? Like, I'm just relieved that at least
by definition, yes. I think it is racist, but it's
certainly
not
racist.
Little r, or whatever the contemporary definition of racist. You wouldn't call it.
I mean, I'm just. It would be.
You're basing a feeling or a decision on the race of a person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very sad that the 16-year-old got shot, obviously, but it's just like, finally, it isn't a racist-related killing. You know, it's just police being really terrible.
Was it a black police officer?
I don't know.
That'd be a twist.
And the other story is there's a girl called a dispatcher because her friend was shot in a drive-by and he was bleeding to death. Mm-hmm. And she was rude to the dispatcher. He considers it rude. And then he hung up on her instead of helping her deal with her dying friend.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yep. He was actually terminated, though.
Well, that actually is interesting. That's a different story.
Well,
that's not a cop killing.
Right, it's a different story.
Totally
that's just our dispatchers being, real heroes.
Yeah.
And you can listen to the audio, and it's...
Man, that's got to be a fucking hard job.
Being a dispatcher?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy.
I mean, it's just got to be, like, mentally taxing. Like,
sure.
Going home after listening to all these horrible...
Well, sure. I mean, think of being a police officer.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
Dealing with everyone you're dealing with
But
is probably in one of the worst
here's
times
the thing.
of their life.
When you're dealing with... When you're a police officer, you definitely have a lot of horrible things, but you also deal with a lot of street stuff, right? Like maybe there can be some horrible days, I'm sure, but not every single moment, every single second.
Speeding tickets and
stuff
cruising,
like that.
But dispatchers are always only taking 911 calls, which are always like, emergencies. Are always...
You can call your cops. You can just call like whatever the number is for the cop hotline and be like, hey, my neighbor's,
noise complaints.
Yeah, noise complaints or something. You're not necessarily calling 911.
Cats and trees, things like this.
Yeah. So I'm not saying a cop is an easy job. I'm just saying emotionally, every single second of every single day you're on the shift, all you're dealing with is probably horrendous situations, like people crying, freaking out, trying to calm them down, figure out what's going on.
Yeah, like you're never getting a good call on 911.
I'm sure some are either pranks or, so, like people will call 911 for the weirdest shit. Like, I got a stubbed toe. What do I do? What do I do?
So
put on ice. Where do I put it?
So those are the two stories. You can read about them. They're that's too bad. Yeah. Our fucking heroes. Clap. Now Yuri's got some more lighthearted stories. The junk food stories, if you would.
I want my junk food.
Let's talk about Yuri's junk food stories.
Which junk food do you want to go with? It's a lot of fun.
Well, one you have here old people and their goddamn volume buttons.
Holy shit, man. So you know how you always hear, I feel like growing up, I was like, young people are the rudest. Like, this generation's so rude. Totally wrong. I think young people, in my experience, are generally very courteous and aware of their world. Like, I feel like most young people I know are like, oh, like I'm in a movie theater, I should like avoid my, turn my phone down, or like, they look where they're going. Old people are in their own fucking zone, and especially when it comes to their cell phones. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is about people over the age of like 35, 40. I think over 40 is probably the cutoff. They don't understand their phone as a volume button. In every fucking place I've been, it's happened to me several times, but especially now that I'm traveling, like regularly, I see it at the airport constantly and on airplanes constantly. Nobody fucking puts their phone on silent when they're doing anything on it. It's always on volume, and old people love these fucking games. It's like they're just discovering Candy Crush for the first time.
Well, yeah.
And they're just like, bop, 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 constantly. Just sitting next to me, and I'm just looking at this fucking lady. And this has happened to me.
What do you do there?
Nothing.
Can you tell her to turn it down?
I guess I could.
Is it totally inappropriate for you to do that?
Probably, but like, I don't know. Like, I always like I have a mental line of confrontation.
Yeah.
Where like, depending on how far I want to go, like if it crosses the line, I'll go there. Like the other day, I was on the plane, and this fucking guy next to me was just being the most outrageous human fucking being with his elbows I've ever seen in my life. Like his elbows were into my ribs, and I was like, "You got to do something about your elbows." And he was like, "Oh yeah, sorry." I'm like, "Great." Like what a fucking. So he actually moved seats. Like there was an open seat in the back, and he got up at some point. I thought he went to the bathroom, and he was just sitting back there.
Oh, nice.
But like. I don't know. I'm not going to tell this old lady, be like, "Can you fucking turn that down?"
Well, you just
or like, "Ma'am, could you turn that down?"
Yeah, that's more.
I mean, I guess I could. But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm in the airport. There's like babies crying and stuff. Like, this is more just me getting like really annoyed with the whole idea of it.
I mean, you got to understand that from her perspective, like when she learned etiquette, that was so far from anything she'd ever consider.
To me, I think that the rules of etiquette are universal. Like, if I'm making a loud, obnoxious noise, I don't care what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true, but still, like, that's for her, so,
But you're right.
And also, she might not be, her hearing might be bad, so for her, it's quiet.
All right, well, hold on. And by the way, I should say, this isn't like one lady I'm dealing with.
Okay.
There are like 4 in the last 3 weeks of my trip.
Like 40-year-olds?
Yeah, like older women.
They're not like old. They're like not old.
Yeah, no. They're like
just women.
Older moms, for example.
Okay.
Like they're women.
Then they can hear fine.
They're not like ancient grannies or anything.
Hey, come on, use the coaster.
And I remember, I think there was one time I even told you I was like waiting to get my car fixed, and the lady next to me was doing it, like doing the same thing. It's always like this weird popping noise. It's like they're always playing a game that is.
I wonder what game they're all playing.
They're all playing like
It's
a
always
popping
Candy
noise.
Crush. They're always playing Candy
I
Crush.
know.
I'll notice, like, even if you're on Facebook, and I always have the volume off on my phone, but like if you turn the volume on your Facebook and you refresh your feed or on Twitter, there's like a pop.
No shit.
Yeah, right? I just discovered this the other day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're older and you get a phone, there's no way you're changing any default setting. The default setting is sound on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
volume
they,
is.
They don't. People don't know how to like. I mean, you don't know how to do this. Some
Wow.
things like
I had
that.
no idea.
When
Facebook.
you refresh your Facebook feed on your phone.
Oof.
Weird, right? It's
Yeah,
weird.
I didn't know I made a sound at all.
Yeah. And then Twitter does the same thing. Twitter's got that fucking pop.
Huh.
Like
How about that? So you want people to turn their phones down when
this
appropriate?
is actually almost the exact sound I hear.
It probably is people refreshing Twitter, right?
Just sitting there, some old bird just trying to get her fucking friends, seeing what's hot. In
She gets the one new tweet every couple hours.
yeah, she's like, oh, I can't wait. Can't fucking wait.
Oh yeah, it's a news story.
So I don't get it. I just don't get why people, like older people, I mean, they don't, it's like they don't know their settings, they don't understand how to happen.
Maybe.
But like, most phones just
volume
really-
is pretty like
Yeah.
mute and volume are both pretty obvious
I
settings.
mean, to be fair, I bet most people probably do turn the volume down.
Sure.
But it just, you hear it only takes one, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna hear it.
And people are, some people are rude.
I agree with if I ever hear a phone go off in some place it shouldn't. These days, it always seems to be an older person.
Always.
Especially like in the older, like sometimes it's real old, and they're like, whoa, like looking for
Yeah.
the phone.
Where's
and,
my
like,
phone? And they're
trying to
flaky
find
fucking
it,
skin.
Oh, sorry, I swear I
Yeah.
turned it off. This thing always does this. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, your phone always just turns on for you.
It always does this.
Yeah.
I
That's
put it on
always-
mute. I swear.
It happens in court sometimes where it's like, oh, I swear I turned it off.
Does a judge fucking crush him?
You
Give me your
know-
phone. Put it under my gavel.
I love that. That'd be a
Put
great.
your phone right here.
That'd be a great judge. I've ruled on this phone. I've had some judges who are like pretty chill. They're like, oh, that's okay. Like, I'll let you, please turn that off. And some like will confiscate it and just be like, that we're not, absolutely not. So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people get a little too outraged about a phone ringing. I mean, like
To me, that's okay.
It's so like it just happens so much. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how can you really be like?
What is school like now?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because they can't back when we went, they take your cell phone away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've actually given up trying. to...
I mean, yeah, you can now.
Well,
because now the cell phones cost $800. So if you take them, parents are involved.
I think I asked my little brothers about this.
Yeah.
And they say that they literally, there's a policy that teachers cannot take their phones.
Right.
Because what if there's an emergency? And you need to call your
Well,
parents.
I mean, that's
No, that is like, that is.
Like, you can call the school. Like,
That is how it started. Is like the
Yeah,
kids
I mean-
need, the reason the kids have the phones is so that they can call their parents if there's ever an issue.
how do we make it this far without,
Right,
without cell phones, right?
But like,
But what if they're obviously being fucking dicks? You send them to the principal's office?
I don't know. Yeah, I think
I guess you just send them away.
there's some protocol. They get punished.
Yeah,
somehow
I
or
mean,
something.
it must be such an issue right now.
Yeah.
And the kids can sext each other like in school.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
insane,
the,
right?
That's the biggest.
Can you believe it?
yeah, I bet it's probably really annoying to be a teacher.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of just fucking like apps and stuff now that it's not just texting. There's Snapchat.
Yep.
There's but have you heard of that fucking
Meerkat, Periscope.
No, what is Periscope, by the way?
I don't know.
It's live video streaming. So I just record. Like, we could do this podcast live. You turn on Periscope and then if anyone wants to watch it, they have to be watching it live.
So it's like fucking
Twitch,
Twitch for
Yes,
but a mobile
exactly.
Twitch.
No, it's like oh, what is it? It's like a buffalo or like yak. It's
Yeah.
yak.
Oh, Yik Yak.
Yik
Oh,
Yak.
Yeah.
I had Yik Yak for a while. It's pretty funny.
But it's apparently like it's a really horrible bullying issue because
Yeah,
it's
I've heard
all
that too.
anonymous and
Yeah.
like it's all you have to be like in a certain area. So like in a school, everybody's concentrated and
Yep.
like, it's within the region, and people can just write horrible fucking things about whoever they want, and it's all anonymous.
Yeah.
And it's like really fucking kids up. Like there's been a lot of stories about that.
Yeah, Yik Yak. That was a story. A podcast talked about that story about Yik Yak.
I just got like obviously like everybody fucking this is such a cliche thing, but just the idea of like being a parent or being like running a school nowadays just sounds so fucking exhausting.
Oh god, yeah.
With technology, like I fucking love technology because I can know it's great shit with it. But as a somebody who's trying to like actually accomplish
Control
things,
it. Yeah.
like I can't even get my girlfriend to pay attention to me half the time because she's on fucking Twitter. Can't imagine her being in a school setting.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, I know people I talk to who have kids in that age. They're frustrated.
Doomed,
by-
man. They're
just
doomed.
like you can't like. I work with someone who says his daughter like she literally can't put her phone down.
Yeah.
Like, she won't do it. Like she'll put if grandma says put the phone down, she'll make it 10 seconds and she'll have it back up. Like she cannot.
Yeah.
Like she would not put it down. I know some of my family members have express frustration about this, but I mean, you just have to accept it. Like,
Yeah.
you're never gonna like convince someone. You're gonna like give them a speech and be like, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna put my phone down. Like, it's never gonna happen. Like, you have to just accept it.
And I'm not saying that either. It's just like a tough position to be in, because even as like a parent or something, like if I was a parent right now, like I get it. I fucking love my phone too. I'm on my phone all the time. But like I don't know how I'd be like, I just want to talk to you for like 5 minutes, but you know, I'm. It's weird because I get it. At the same time, I'm like, cut me a break.
Not even as a parent, you could take the phone. As a teacher, you can't even do that. You can just try
exactly.
to convince them to put it down or expel them. You know what I mean? You can't like do anything. Like, you know, Emily's mom could make me stop using the phone by saying, put the phone down or take the phone away. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. But a teacher can't do that because phones are too expensive. You know, you can't be fucking with them anymore. It's fucked up. It's a world we live in
I
now.
think, you know, they've tried kind of embracing with like a lot of schools who give out iPads and they like lock them up. But kids fucking break that shit so easy.
That's an awful idea to give out iPads.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that either. Like, the kid really needs to learn. Like, they're gonna know how to. They probably use an iPad since they're a baby. Like, they know how to use an iPad. They have no problem with that. Like, why is the school spending? I mean, those things are expensive. Like, they spend that much money.
My brother was in a school where he got iPads, and he immediately cracked it, and like not cracked it physically, but like broke the code to be able to unlock it so you could play games and download games. And
Yeah, I'm
shit.
sure.
Did it with,
I'm
like,
sure you Google it in like 2 seconds since like.
Yeah, so he's just fucking on his iPad playing games half the day.
Yeah.
And like getting apps, and at home he's
Why do they give him an iPad?
Well, they're like, you know, like textbooks are on there now, so like it's a great way to have textbooks and shit. Like,
Well,
there's like iTunes U.
Okay,
you know,
okay. You know, I mean, I guess if they save money on books,
It is
if
a great.
an
It is
iPad
a great
cheaper than
learning.
20 books.
It is a great learning tool if
Yeah.
you use it as that tool. The problem is a lot of people don't, and like, it's too easy not to. So like,
I mean, is it really that different though? Like, I mean, when we would do computer stuff back in school or like in college, like everyone's always screwing around nonstop. Like, remember in a college class?
Yeah, for sure.
In a college class, it was a math class, and everyone had a computer at their desk. Like, this is not many people had laptops then, so this was kind of weird. You know, normally this wasn't the case. But I remember there was this one guy who would be looking at tractors on eBay like every single day. He's just like checking out tractors.
That's amazing.
And, like bidding on them, but like I could see him, and he's like no one's ever paying attention. Like
in one class, I remember in high school, we just played online Monopoly, like Yahoo Monopoly, all fucking day, and we would do this thing where if you could type the word honks in all capitals. It would make a noise on that person's computer screen. So like you did that day, you forgot to turn off your volume. We just type honks like in a little chat box. We go honks like across the room.
Or like calculator games, Turdy.
Yeah,
my Turdy game.
Yeah, I love that fucking game. Like, God damn, that was amazing. Yep, that was awesome.
I think that my take is, you know how like we look at pictures of like our parents and stuff when you're like, oh god, you wore this, like you had bell bottom pants, or like you had this beard. Like, I feel like our generation-ish, the future is going to look back and actually see like where people have phones like this, and that's going to be like laughable. Where there, you know, they say some brain implant, or like it's going to be on a watch or something. Like, you're not going to have something you're holding. I think this is going to be just ridiculous looking to people in the future. Like, you actually were holding, like it's going to
like
look
those
like
big
prehistoric.
those big cell phone breaks.
Yeah, it's going to look like that. Like, just the fact that you're. I mean, it's going to be
car
absurd.
phones.
Like,
Car phones that are the
like,
spiral cord that are in the car.
Those are so great.
Those idiots, like Wall Street, you know, the original.
What is there's like one of those fucking morning news shows where like the first day they like discovered email or like the internet. Like, the internet, Kelly. I think they had a commercial about this recently.
Yeah, I saw
like,
that.
The internet. You just put period com. You just put it like that and then you can go anywhere. Like, it's so good.
Period com.
Yeah.
So you're
started saying dot yet?
Tell me about this walking thumbs and texting.
yeah, good segue, kind of.
Yeah, so this one of them is a news story, and one of them is just an observation made by a lady in court. So I deal with Social Security disability law now, right? So it's a lot of like disability claims and people like getting injured and like having like arthritis and shit like that. So we were talking with one of the courtroom reporters who had just gotten surgery on her hands, and she types all day. And so she's like, yeah, like I had to get the carpal tunnel surgery because my fingers had locked up from typing so much.
Okay.
And she's like, you know, what the doctor was saying to me was one of the biggest fields of medicine right now is doctors who specialize in hand surgeries. I forgot what the name is, like an orthopedist or something. I don't know. But she's like, that's because specifically thumb surgeries, because the way we're using our phones now is people are constantly, you know, they hold their phones in like two hands and they're
thumbing.
Yeah, their thumbs are always locked in this like rigid position all day. But it's even more like stressful than typing, because when you're typing, your hands are kind of resting and they're just like sort of clicking over the keys. When you've got your phone in your hand, your fingers are locked. Like, it's a very like, and you're just repeating that movement all day. And so like that, the repetition of that movement is causing like degenerative joint diseases in our thumbs and like speeding up arthritis.
Whoa.
This is what she
Sounds like a good lawsuit.
Sue all phones.
Sue
Apple to get a settlement out of that.
I don't know about that, but so this is all kind of gossip type thing, but I thought it was kind of interesting, just like how there's things that phones are doing to us that we haven't even thought about. You know what I mean? Like the way it's affecting our lives. We think of it as communication, but it's even affecting us physically. And this is just kind of a fun little tidbit that I kind of thought on for a couple days. But then like a week after this, I see this article online that kind of made me really think about what this lady had said. And it was specifically that cell phones have changed the way we start to walk. Because when we're texting or looking at our phones while walking, we like automatically adjust the way we move to protect ourselves from accidents, to minimize risk. So like people have started to take shorter steps.
You walk like a penguin.
Yeah. You take shorter steps. You have your head tilted at a different angle. Like all these different things. So here what it is. People who look at their phones while they walk subconsciously shorten their step length, reduce step frequency, lengthen the time during which both feet are in contact with the ground, and increase obstacle clearance height, effectively modifying their gait in order to compensate for the distraction. So another thing, me and my girlfriend were talking about a long time ago when we were studying for the bar, because we were always looking down our books, is something that called tech neck, which is becoming a real concern. Like your neck is constantly craned down now looking at your phone at like this weird angle. It's causing all these neck issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like your muscles in your neck are becoming really stiff, and this is something we hear about, like sitting isn't you smoking.
Right. When
you're sitting at your desk all day, you're fucking up your back because you're sitting and you're not getting exercise. And it's all like related. Like all this shit about technology, the way our bodies are adjusting to use it is changing the way we like walk and move and live.
Gotta just get new bodies.
Gotta get new bodies.
Get robot bodies. Fuck all this body bullshit. It's a waste of our time.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that was a very interesting.
I wonder if we'll evolve differently now. Like will evolution.
No, we're not evolving. There's people don't die before they have kids. There's no evolution going on by natural selection.
People don't die.
Yeah,
because the fittest
there's
never
no
die
survival
off.
of the fittest.
Right.
Everyone, regardless of how crap of genes you have, is reproducing.
Yeah, I guess
that this has been the case for a long time.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And then the whole what's that movie? Dumbocracy or whatever.
Idiocracy.
The people who are more successful actually have fewer children.
Yeah, it's true.
So they pass on less of their good genes than people who are less successful or dumber or are lowlifes, whatever you want to say.
This article also talks about, I actually heard this before in like China. There's a designated like walk lane where
you look down.
If you want to look at your phone while you're walking, you use this lane.
I heard about that too. That is, when people laugh at that, but that's a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
Thomson Reuters lanes, which ironically,
Thomson Reuters.
Yeah, Thomson Reuters. Especially designates these lanes for people who want to walk and use their phones. Text while walking lanes have been seen in Antwerp, Belgium, and the Chinese city of Chongqing.
How about that?
Yeah, so this is a real adjustment. But yeah, that's an interesting point. I never considered the survival of the fittest thing.
How about this? They should have a texting while driving lane in the highway.
Yeah, they should.
Just cars pile up like a fucking dead zone. That's right. That's survival of the fittest right there.
Do you ever look around?
I see it all the time.
I swear to God, fully half of everybody is on their phone
while
they're driving.
I'm not bad at it at home really. Like it's weird when I'm home, I don't like to use my phone when I'm driving. But like on my like business trips when I'm like trying to get places, I'm constantly trying to figure out like what time is my thing. I've got my GPS going here, because my car, like I can't. I'm using these rental cars. Like I'm trying to do the best I can here. I got people from work texting me, and I'm just like, fuck, I can't deal with this right now.
I'm actually pretty good about not ever doing it.
I really try not to. It's so freaking distracting. Like it's just so like.
I do.
And I also only do it if I'm on like a pretty empty highway. Like if I'm like driving through like a city or like traffic or something,
don't go getting killed.
I don't want to. That would suck. That'd be a bad look.
So you want to hear a story about my dad?
Yeah. Do I ever?
It's classic Mr. Krasny.
Do I
So I went to Home Depot with my dad yesterday to try to get my lawnmower fixed because it's broken. And we're going, and he's telling me the story. He goes, what happened to me a couple days ago? I said, what? He goes, I made $600 off Home Depot. I'm like, how'd you do that? He's like, well, I bought a demolition hammer, it's like a jackhammer. Because it was on clearance for $100, so I bought it. And then I was going around to a different Home Depot, and I saw they were selling it for $700. Like, it was just selling, like, the same demolition hammer. I'm like, well, what the hell? I can go return it right here and make all that money. So I'm like, yeah. So I went home, I got my demolition hammer, I went to the other Best Buy, and I'm like, returning it.
Wait, you had a demolition hammer?
No, it's my, I'm
you're
first person from my dad.
Yeah.
So, and the guy was like, what's wrong with it? He goes, nothing. My brother-in-law, he gave it to me as a gift, so I have a demolition hammer already. I don't need the second demolition hammer.
It's raining demolition hammers over here. So the guy's like, well, I can only give you store credit. And I was like, oh, perfect. So he's like, yeah, baby, beautiful.
So they just give him a $700 store credit.
Wow.
And my dad's like, yeah, so I just made a bunch of money on it. I'm like, yeah, but now you don't have a demolition hammer. He goes, I don't need a fucking demolition hammer. I'm like, why'd you buy it in the first place?
Well, it's not a store credit. You can use it in any store, can't you?
Yeah, any store.
Go back to the other one and buy the fucking clearance demolition hammer.
Yeah, well, there's only one. There was only one on clearance.
Okay.
He got the last one on clearance.
Yeah.
If there was any more, but I'm like, why'd you buy it in the first place? He goes, it was on clearance. It was $700 off.
Of course.
Yeah.
He says, I don't need a demolition hammer. Bought it anyway. Like a demolition hammer. That's the kind of tool like you're never gonna need.
Let me tell you.
Unless you're breaking. Like what the fuck? Demolition hammer.
Today, me and Chloe came dangerously close to buying an air food fryer.
Air food.
I don't even know what it's called. It's like a big, looks like a rice cooker almost.
Okay.
And apparently it simulates the way like a deep fryer would fry food. But all you do is like you put the food in, you pour like a tablespoon of vegetable oil, and it like will fry, kind of move the food around and fry it with air, like hot air, crisping it up almost. It's like kind of a combination of like baking and frying kind of skillet.
The technology is too extreme.
Right? And I read the reviews and people are like, oh yeah, make French fries with this, and it's almost as good as like deep fried French fries.
Wow.
And like people are using it for other shit and like all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And it's like $140, but it was on sale from $290.
Ooh.
And me and Chloe are like, well, that sounds pretty cool. Like should we get this? It's like $150 off. And then after like a good like 15 minutes of like reading reviews and like talking about it, we're like, what the fuck are we doing? we have zero need for this appliance right now. Like, we never make French fries. We never make any of this shit. Like, we probably use it, but like, do we fucking need to spend $150 on this thing right now? No, absolutely not.
It's blender syndrome. Everybody buys a blender.
We just bought a blender. Actually.
Uses it one time.
Yeah.
Puts it away and never uses it again. It's a blender.
I use my blender.
Well, if you're a protein shake guy, you'll use a blender.
Fair
but
enough.
For like me, we got a blender. We got it as a wedding gift. One time we used it. Yeah. Oh, this is great. We should make milkshakes all the time. Nope. And my dad's always had blenders his whole life.
Yeah.
He bought a juicer. He got a juicer on clearance.
Yeah.
And I came over to him 2 weeks. I came over to him to have dinner.
Mm.
He's like, oh, this juice. Man, let me do the
my
juice.
Dad was
the cantaloupes and the carrots. Oh, this juice is so good. Every day I did the juice.
It cleanses your body.
Now it's been a year and I haven't even heard of the juicer. What happened to the juicer?
You know what the problem with juicers are? They're the most fucking work. You've got to buy so much fruit to get a fucking glass.
Oh, God. It tastes like 40 apples to make one glass of
apples.
apples.
Yeah, honestly. It's just crazy. Like, yeah, that's great. I just ate 40 apples and a glass of juice, but like, it's fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah, man. Fucking juicer.
Here's this is not too related, but you talk about the fryer and the air thing.
Yeah.
Here's my idea for how you can eat less. Maybe you can help me with this. So so you know how like you have like popcorn's kind of like airy and like fluffed up.
Yeah.
So if they could figure out a way to do that to like any regular food, like just fluff up a bunch of air so it like expands in volume, it would probably seem like you're eating a whole lot, but really you're eating the exact same amount of calories.
When I make smoothies,
you can do that you could do that on your own by just drinking a lot of water when you're eating.
To some extent.
Yeah.
I mean, that
because it'll make you feel full before you're full, and
well,
it's just water.
A lot of times when you're hungry, you're actually dehydrated. Your brain just doesn't know the difference.
Wow, what a fucking idiotic brain we have.
It's pretty stupid. That's why.
Definitely drink a lot of water while you're eating.
Yeah, we'll drink a lot of water all day. That's the point.
Now,
there's actually an interesting chart. Go ahead.
I read an article.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. I actually read an article that said that you don't need to drink that much water. It was a study.
I heard that too.
It was a study that says your body, like the amount that being dehydrated affects you is very, very minimal.
Yeah.
Like you need to be like chronically dehydrated to affect your performance.
I believe that.
And having more water, like this whole drink 8 glasses of water a day, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah, I heard that there was never any actual recommendation. That was just kind of a made up thing.
I think it's more than just drinking water in general has a lot of benefits because it's filling you up more. You're not you're less likely to like eat junk food when you're like drinking a lot of water.
Well, it fills you up, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for you, but I think you're right. Like you're not going to die or anything if you drink, whatever.
You won't die.
Yeah. What was I going to fucking say?
I don't know. Only the Lord knows.
Fluffing up food, drink water.
Yeah. Like making smoothies, I always like whip it a lot, and they get it's the same amount of liquid.
Taking a bathroom break.
Like I keep the blender going longer than normal, so it'll start getting higher in the blender because it's getting aerated.
Huh.
And so I have more smoothie, but it's the same amount of actual content. But I'm getting filled up because it's like air, it's like bubbly. It's the same idea.
Are we supposed to keep talking?
Yeah, fuck yeah, we're
okay.
supposed to keep
All right,
talking.
I don't know the protocol.
Fuck
when
this
Krasny
guy.
leaves.
I don't know. Sometimes it's
All
really
right,
weird.
so let's talk about these police stories now.
Oh my god, I'm so into them. I just like don't want to I don't want to hear his opinion. Oh, it's just the hot button issue here.
Well, it's kind of the same thing as we said before, the court of public opinion. I mean, at this point, these things are alleged to have happened, however it says. But again, I mean, it's the same issue. Like, there's been no trial. Like, this is all just.
You know what I've always
Hearsay,
said.
this
You know what I've always said that Krasny disagrees with is we need body cams on police. We got to get body cams on them.
Krasny disagrees with this.
He hates the idea of body cams on police. Hates it. He goes, I don't want to know what police are doing at all. It's their job. They can do whatever they want.
Huh.
All right. He goes, no body cams.
Interesting.
He prefers to let them operate autonomously. He's all for autonomous police work. Let's not get our grubby hands in the system. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying.
Is that really what he says?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not what he says at all. I know he can hear me right now.
You know what he's doing in there?
Rubbing one out?
He's eating meat.
He's torturing.
Step out for 1 second. I can hear myself being slandered.
I was just saying how much you hate the idea of body cams on cops.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah. It's not true. I love the idea of body cams. All cops should be recorded constantly.
What were we talking about for real though?
Fluffing up food and how you whip your smoothies.
I whip them real good. No. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. The aerating food thing.
Yeah, but I want to fully like fluff out. Like I'll make up.
You
something
can't fluff all food though.
Well, let's say I'm eating. I mean, what's a veggie thing people eat? Like a
guacamole.
Lettuce. Guacamole. Yeah.
Lettuce is a thing too.
Yeah. So say lettuce. I don't want to eat in its entire head of lettuce.
Yeah.
So I take a quarter of it and fluff it up
to a whole head.
Some giant thing, and it seems like I'm eating like just the biggest meal of my life, but really it's just all air. I don't know.
Well, one thing.
It's probably idiotic.
One thing.
Definitely idiotic.
Pretty stupid.
Forget the probably. It's definitely idiotic.
Fucking retarded.
Dumb idea.
One thing Chloe did, we were making some smoothies one day.
Your girlfriend Chloe?
My girlfriend Chloe. She threw some spinach in her smoothie. We just threw it in there.
Yeah.
And it gets so chopped up, you don't even really notice it's in there. It doesn't really do anything for it. But it really fucked me up. I just couldn't handle it. I was like, wow, what do you mean? You can't just put the spinach in there with the milk and all the fruit and stuff? That's weird. But you can't. It tastes no different. It's really just invisible. But mentally, I couldn't fucking get over it.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, same with kale or whatever. A lot of people put that.
Yeah,
kale,
it's a totally normal thing. I'm the fucking weirdo here.
You're weird.
Yeah. I'm the disgusting freak. I get that.
Dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah. I'm not. She did the right thing here. But I just can't get over it, man. I can't get over the mental block. You handed me that smoothie and I drank it, which it's delicious.
And then you're like, the spinach in there. You make yourself
I'm
vomit.
like, oh, yeah. I throw up right there on the spot.
See, here's the thing about smoothies. I was into smoothies for a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to put all this great ingredients in and do it. But then I realized, why don't I just take this stuff and just put it in a bowl and then just eat it? And then I can put some salad dressing or something. Why am I putting this in the smoothies thing and drinking it like some kind of freak? That step is just I want to eat this. I'll just eat this.
Then you got to wash the blender.
Exactly. What kind of smoothies are you making?
I mean, whatever. I make a
apples and oranges and bananas.
Yeah, I mean stuff that I could definitely just put in a bowl and skip making the blender, and then I can just eat it with my teeth and stuff. And
I like my smoothies with I make a smoothie: milk, a little protein powder, strawberries, peaches, maybe blueberries, and then I throw a little scoop of peanut butter in there. I'm not gonna cover them with all these fucking fruits with peanut butter and just start chomping.
Yeah, and I guess if you take it on the go, if you're gonna drive to work and drink it, then there's no option.
And I like having frozen fruit because it doesn't fucking go bad for 4 days. And it's got the same nutrient levels and shit. So.
Sounds like this fuckface has a lot of reasons.
You freeze your fruit and then
no, I just buy frozen fruit,
frozen berries.
Yeah, and they're the exact same thing, but they're frozen. And I also don't have to put ice in my smoothies either. Change your life. By the way, how's Soylent going for you? Did you ever drink it again?
I actually haven't had one. Remember, I gave you guys one for the podcast. That's the only
have
one
you drank
that I've
any?
ever tried.
Have you drank any since then?
No.
Wow.
Well, I've never
0.
Yeah, I mean, I've given a few away. I know. I mean,
it was okay when I drank it on the podcast in my tracksuit.
I heard they're gonna be selling it in liquid form now. Actually.
Yeah, they're already doing it. Yeah. Pre-mixed.
Cool.
I almost bought it. They have they keep updating their formula 1.5 now they're on. Mm-hmm. And then I read all these reviews, and the reviews are just the worst.
What are the reviews?
They're like, Do you like the taste of dry, dusty cardboard? Get this. And I'm like, I don't like.
Nobody's buying it for fucking flavor. Like,
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I'm
reviews
not
are
buying it.
stupid.
I'm not buying it for delicious flavor, but
Right.
like the one I had with you was like okay, but it sounds like this is worse.
I mean, when people are saying it tastes like cardboard, it's like whatever. I mean,
Well, here's my other thing too. I was buying it for travel because I don't get reimbursed for my meals when I travel.
What?
I know. Everybody's so shocked by this.
Isn't it a federal law?
I don't know. Is it?
you're fucking
I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe not.
homeboy.
I don't think it is.
Fucking it up for you.
What homeboy?
I don't know, your boss.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking do it. He won't.
That's
It's
kinda-
been a battle. We like people. This is the battle I was actually talking about.
It's kind of bullshit.
It is. Everybody. I'm almost embarrassed to tell people that because they're shocked. They're like,
Yeah.
You travel as much as you do, and you don't get reimbursed for any meals, like
Yeah,
not even
that's,
per diem.
that's really bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. He is the only person in the world who disagrees with this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta get Soylent.
I was thinking about something like that where I could just like instead of buying these fucking airport meals, because half the time I'm like,
God.
hey, here's a day for me traveling. Like honestly, sometimes I'll fly. I'll leave my flight will leave at like 7 a.m. I'll fly out. I'll land. I gotta rent a car, drive 2 hours to the hearing site, go do the hearing, and immediately gotta fucking dip out and drive back because like I gotta make sure I make my flight because you gotta get there early enough, and I don't know what there's all these variables. So if I have time to stop and eat, it's either at a fast food place or at the airport when I get there and I'm like feeling comfortable that I'm not gonna be late now. So the airport meals are the most expensive thing in the world.
You gotta invest in granola bars.
They're horrible too.
Yeah, I mean I have some, but I can't. I'm gone for the entire day. I gotta eat at some fucking point. Like
A lot of granola bars.
What I've been doing now is I'll eat one meal a day basically, which is everybody knows is very healthy for you. It's not. It's bad for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good joke, right?
Was there a joke there?
The joke was it's really unhealthy.
Well, it's a sarcastic joke.
Yeah,
saying everyone knows it's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great.
It's not a joke. Whatever. The point is, I'm fucking up my life trying to save money here, and it sucks. So I was hoping to do like Soylent or something, or some kind of thing you just drink on the road.
Yeah.
But Soylent you got to shake up, and you got to bring all the fucking.
Yeah, the liquid one would be great for you.
Yeah.
But you can't bring a liquid on a
You
plane.
can't bring a liquid on the plane.
So you're
it's a
fucked
fuck,
anyways. You gotta hope they sell Soylent at the
yeah.
airport.
There's this other thing that a friend of my girlfriend Chloe was doing called Shakeology, where like it's like a little packet and you pour it in water or whatever, and you shake it up, and it's like a smoothie basically, which is basically Soylent but flavored. This is actually flavored and tastes better.
Is it basically like Soylent?
It's not as focused on the whole idea of like getting all your nutrients. It's more like a weight loss supplement versus like a, like actual meal replacement. But it's a little more expensive, and it's the problem is I'm not gonna fucking sit at the airport and mix like the oil and the fucking thing and all and it's gonna be grainy if I try to mix it into things. It's all like,
You gotta come up with something.
I gotta come up with something because I'm
An
gonna sit.
injection.
Granola bars, bro.
Yeah, I get that, Krasny, but like I can't like.
It's a problem.
Sometimes I don't want to just eat granola bars like 8 times a day. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you don't need to drink Soylent 8 times a day either.
Well, isn't that the whole point? It's gonna like fill me up. One granola bar is not gonna just like fill
Well,
me
you
up.
gotta eat
It's
7.
gonna be high
You gotta eat
carbs.
7 or 8 granola bars.
You
Yeah.
gotta drink 3 cups of water before.
3 cups of water.
Well,
7
that's the
granola
other
bars.
thing. I like drink no water and I hate it because I can't bring one on the plane and I don't want to buy water. I need to start
You
bringing.
can't bring water on the plane.
No.
Yeah.
You can
bring
it
an empty bottle
and then
which
fill it up in the.
I'm now realizing that.
There you go.
I'm gonna start doing that.
You know what? I got on with my pocket knife when I went to California both ways.
really.
Really? Oh, that's
Wow.
really really.
I
Bad.
don't think you're supposed to be able to have any knife.
I
Yeah,
thought so
definitely
too.
not.
Because I was
That's
in
like-
line to get metal detected, and I'm like, oh, my wallet has that fucking Swiss Army card in it. But they're gonna take all my shit. Nope.
Wow.
And then I'm like, well, on the way back, for sure they're gonna take it. No.
And you put it like in the tray, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Went through the X-ray. There's a pair of scissors in there, a needle, and a knife.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't take any of it. I could have taken that plane down.
You could have taken over the world with that.
Yeah. By the way, they always say now you can't congregate at bathrooms. They always say that when I'm on the plane. They go,
What?
They go, just there's no congregating in line at the bathroom because like
Oh, because people stand in line and congregate.
it's because like they could be planning things. They could be. Like,
Oh,
a group.
you don't want those terrorists congregating.
You
in your
can't
bathroom.
bunch up at the plane.
You just sit next to each other and plan there.
I guess I don't know.
That's a really fucking idiotic rule.
The amount of Muslim people I've seen randomly searched recently is really rude. It's like
Yeah.
it's just like what a coincidence you're getting randomly searched.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
It is what it is now.
I don't like it, but
I want to sign up for that TSA pre-check life though.
What's that?
It's where you don't have to take your belt and shoes off and take all your liquids and shit out of your.
like you travel so
You know,
much. You
I
don't
got
need
I got to do that just because they told me to go in that line.
Yeah,
actually.
so-
They're like, "Yeah, just go over here." And
It
like,
happens.
I
You're
didn't
white-
have-
you're
I didn't
white
have-
enough, bro.
I didn't have to do any of that stuff. Like
You look like a bro.
It's happened to me twice so far.
You get the
It's
fast
pretty
lane.
great.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's really like it's a lady. and she's sitting in front of like an iPad, and the iPad will just have an arrow that like points which way to go. And I'm just like, there's obviously somebody up there who's like white, young, like
little colored,
slightly
colored. You better check them.
You know?
Yeah, I do know.
Like, stop pretending there's a random system you got going on here. That's just like, I don't know. They also did this thing where they like rubbed some shit on my hands.
What?
Yeah.
To look for bomb residue.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Wow, no
they took some like wipe and like wiped my hands. And they're like, oh, you're clean.
It'll turn neon green if you're guilty of making a bomb.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless you.
There, I saw an interesting thing that was on Facebook. So I don't know if it's true or not, but if it was true, it's hilarious. It says number of TSA agents prosecuted for theft, and it's like a lot. Mm-hmm. The number of terrorist attacks stopped by TSA agents is like 1. I don't know. Maybe that's worth it.
That was the whole plot of that Orange is the New Black episode of Cindy.
Yeah, she was a TSA agent who stole everything.
Do you remember when we delivered pizzas?
Yeah.
And
we've all done it.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh yeah, Remember delivering pizzas to like those motel rooms where you saw that sad businessman who just like clearly was tired and just wanted food because he was so hungry? That's me now.
That's you.
I did that the other day. And
the old Motel 6 guy.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't at a Motel 6, but I was like, oh my god, I'm
that guy. I delivered pizzas.
I delivered pizzas to me before, you know.
Wow.
I'm just thinking my time.
Although I bet both of those guys got reimbursed for their pizzas.
Yeah, they fucking did. A bunch of bullshit.
What a poor fucking guy you got.
I know, man.
Well, should we go to picks?
Yeah, let's go to picks.
We'll go to picks. You guys see the Deadpool trailer?
Yeah, I'm so jacked.
Looks slick.
Yeah.
You never saw it?
You ever see it?
Video game?
No, well, Deadpool's a movie.
Oh.
No. With Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool.
What's Deadpool? Comic book?
Comic book hero, yeah.
Okay.
God, you're so...
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't even know. We can't even
I
talk about this.
I don't quite fit
He's
in at this part of the
he's a
podcast.
comic book guy. Ryan Reynolds played him in a movie where they like basically fucked him up. They did a
bad job with Deadpool in that movie.
Yeah, so now they're redoing the movie, and they look like they're actually doing a really perfect job. Like, Deadpool's just like really funny character who like breaks the fourth wall a lot, and he's like really goofy and whatever.
Talk to the camera, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so Ryan Reynolds is perfect, and like they look like they're doing a really good job. But it's also like ultra violent, which looks awesome. So
Deadpool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Looks like an awesome trailer.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
But
I was thinking
it's
of Ant-Man.
No.
Not
So
Ant-Man.
it's a Marvel movie, but it's done by Fox. So it's like in the X-Men universe, kind of. Because you know how they're all separate, right?
If you say so. Sure.
So Marvel owns the rights to a bunch of characters, their own characters. But a long time ago, when they were really in dire straits and the company wasn't doing so well, they sold the rights to a lot of their characters to different companies. Specifically Fox, for the most part. So that's why Fox has been making these movies for a long time. Like Spider-Man. Sony was making Spider-Man for the longest time. And Spider-Man wasn't in this like Marvel Universe movies with the Avengers and shit. Because they didn't have the rights to put them in their Marvel movies. Same with the X-Men and same with like some other, like the Fantastic Four. Marvel just recently made a deal with Sony where they can get Spider-Man in the movies, but they still can't get the X-Men back. And Deadpool's a Fox character who like somehow they have the rights to him.
Superman, Batman? Are they?
They're
the same?
Warner
DC.
Brothers. They're DC.
DC.
They're DC Comic Universe.
Okay. Yeah.
They're a different company. Marvel and DC are like the two big comic companies. Superman, the Flash, and Batman, and the Joker, those are all DC people.
You know this. Come on.
Marvel is actually
Yeah, I knew
Spider-Man.
the Marvel DC. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. Trailer looks sweet.
Trailer looks great. It looks really fun.
I'll be there.
Oh wait, is this the one with all those creepy like ghoul things?
He's wearing like a red suit.
No
There's
ghouls.
a lot of shooting and guns. Ghouls? What ghouls?
No ghouls. Not
There's
creepy.
some preview that seemed pretty cool where like there's all these like superheroes who are like in prison and they have to get them all out.
That's
to stop
Suicide
this one
Squad,
thing.
right?
Yeah,
That's-
that's it.
Are there ghouls
Okay.
in that either, though?
I don't know. This one chick looked like a ghoul. She was
Nah.
some kind of creepy like upside down.
That's where
bat.
Jared Leto's playing the Joker
Okay.
in that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks not great.
That
Really?
has to do with
Looks
the
okay.
Batman. Somehow?
Well, what I understand, the Suicide Squad is like they get a bunch of supervillains together, and then the U.S. government like hires them
yeah.
to be an anti-criminal organization.
Okay.
So they get all these like ragtag team of these convicted criminals.
They're saying like we'll commute your sentence if you do this for us, and so they're also like a lot. There's deniability with them. So if they they do black ops shit. So if the op goes wrong, they can say, well, these fucking criminals broke out. You know, we didn't. We
Who's the real enemy in that movie then?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know what the plot
I don't
is.
know. Yeah, anything about it.
I'm guessing the Joker is somehow involved.
Okay.
So Wet Hot American Summer. Who's that? You're
Yeah, it's me. So Wet Hot American Summer was a movie that came out in 2001. that starred a lot of famous people before they got famous. And it kind of is doing that thing like Dazed and Confused was a movie that looked like a 70s movie, but like an 80s movie, but like was filmed, like in the late 90s. You know what I'm saying? It's a period piece sort of, but the period is like
okay,
whatever. So this movie is like a summer camp movie, but set in like the 80s. All right, you follow along so far? But it was in 2001. Let me just tell you some of the people in the cast, and this is 2001, like before most people were known. Bradley Cooper, Amy Poehler, the guy from what's his name? From Marry Me, Ken Marino, David Hyde Pierce, Janine Garofalo,
Elizabeth Banks,
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you know Elizabeth Banks?
I saw this movie.
Yeah,
recently because Netflix released a new one.
The new TV show.
Me and Emily watched the movie.
Yeah.
Then we started watching the show.
Yeah, so you're playing out cool over here.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I just had Chloe watch it today, and I love it. It's I think the movie's great.
The movie is funny.
The movie's really funny. Paul Rudd's character is fucking amazing.
Yes.
His whole bit is just where like he picks up the shit off the ground that he throws, and he makes like that big show of like being so annoyed to pick it up.
He's just a big dick.
So it's like a really funny movie. But Netflix just released a series, My Wet Hot American Summer, so they took it as a series. And I'd heard about it for a while, but I'm like, okay, well, they're just going to take the same idea with different characters and shit and like whatever. No. It is the same exact characters. Like almost everybody is back.
They got them all back.
The same actors.
All the same actors. Here's the best part though. It's a prequel. But they're making zero effort to make them look different. So it's supposed to be set before the events of the first movie. But everybody looks 10 years older. 14 years older, I guess. And like a bunch of people have gained weight and they all like, they look aged. But like they're not addressing it at all. They're just like, oh yeah, like first day of camp. Nice to meet you. Like it's brilliant. I don't know. I love that move so much. It's
funny, yeah.
It's a really good show. It's a great movie. So I'd say watch the movie and watch the show. Stabler from Law & Order SVU is one of the best characters in it. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a great Halloween costume, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like the movie, not like the show very much.
I watched the first episode. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought not as good.
First
as
episode is funny because like you get to see them all hilariously like not looking like they're supposed to.
Like the main guy who's gained a ton of weight and like looks way fucking older.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But I'm watching him like, and what's his name? Schwartzman is in it now. Schwartzman?
Oh yeah, you're right. He wasn't in the first.
He wasn't, but he's in it now. So he might die in this. I think he probably dies.
Probably has to.
He probably dies.
What's the what goes on in the movie?
So they're in
it's like a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's a funny summer camp spoof.
It's very like surreal
and
and
like,
ha,
like whatever.
Okay. Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Kind of like what Porky's, that Porky's movie.
It's kind of like
I've
that
seen the
weird
cover of the
like
video.
Kids in the Hall humor, sort of like really.
Some shit's weird, like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like there's these kids going over a rapid, but like they don't actually move at all. It's just like this bit, and like
they're just stuck there all day, like stuck in the river on this rapid.
and they keep cutting to them, being like, they're gonna go over. Like it's like we gotta get there. It's weird shit like that.
Yeah,
but it's really funny. So I like it a lot. Check it out. They're both on Netflix. So if you don't have Netflix in today's modern age, you're a fucking loser.
Get Netflix. Mullen, you got a pick?
I don't have Netflix.
You have a pick?
Yes, I have a pick. It's a YouTube channel that I've been watching quite a bit. I haven't been on the podcast for a while. I'm into like science and math and stuff. The SETI Institute, SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute. Like they actually have, they don't own telescopes and stuff, but they're involved. They raise funding.
They have those satellites from Contact.
They never had any satellites then, but those ground stations. She worked for that in Contact. You're right, but they're a real organization, and their YouTube channel is just fantastic. They have a lot of like a whole lecture series where people come on and talk about a lot of space stuff, alien stuff, other like physics things, like. Are we living in a simulation? And like these are actually people, it's not just some dork like talking about this. It's people who like spend their lives and their research like thinking about these issues. Really good. So if you're into science and want to learn about like space exploration or weird stuff like that or like physics, highly recommend it. Great YouTube channel.
They have a podcast or just a YouTube channel?
It's a YouTube channel, but they seem to have a new video about every week. I think they have a weekly lecture series. Plus they have hundreds from the past that I've just been going to town on like night after night.
I'm all about podcasts now because I'm constantly, traveling. Yeah, so it's like the perfect fucking thing for me. But I guess I could put the YouTube one on. I'm just gonna have it has audio going.
Yeah, it's a pain. I mean, you can't. I don't know if you can download it. Would be the pain. Like if
You
you're
can-
on a plane,
you can
you'll-
download ahead of time.
The one benefit I do have with my work is they give me a work phone, so I can just I don't give a shit about their data. That's what I'm saying. So
Cool.
there you go, yeah.
You added one called 80 Days, huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, talk about it.
I got 3 of them here that I can all kind of put together.
Fireball them.
Yeah. Again, traveling, when you're on the plane, you got to put your phone in airplane mode, right? So unless you want to pay for the Wi-Fi. But so a lot of what am I gonna do? I'm either gonna read. Sometimes I do that. I got my Kindle. I'm gonna fucking listen to music or podcasts, or I'm gonna play games. So I'm not getting really into iPhone games now because it's time where I can't really do anything.
Getting a Hearthstone.
You need to be on the internet for that, don't you?
You do. Yeah, you're right. I fucked up.
So I play a lot of games where you don't need the internet. So I just been like, looking at whatever's hot on Apple or whatever. But so I got a couple games that I've been liking. One is called Mountain Goat.
Mountain Goat.
And I showed this to you. It's the gameplay isn't really anything mind blowing. It's like Qbert, right, where you just hop up and avoid obstacles and fucking try to get as high as you can. But one cute little bit it's got is that you unlock different goats, and there's a Blizzard goat and Sheriff goat and fucking 3D goat and all these different goats. 3D goat. And depending on what goat you get, it changes the level entirely, which is a gimmick I've never really seen before in these games.
Yeah.
Usually just the character's a little different and they might have some different effects. I think Crossy Road kind of pioneered this a little bit, but every goat changes the level dramatically. So the music changes, the look of the level changes, so it'll be snowy or dusty or 3D or virtual looking, which is cool. So it's a nice little bit. It's free, so try it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another game, Sling Kong.
Sling Kong.
Been liking that. Just got that today. That's one where you got this little adorable animal, and it's like holding onto a peg with its arms, and you pull back, sort of like Flappy Bird. You can see it here, and you sling it up to catch a peg. And you got to avoid these obstacles, and it's just really fucking cute.
How do you lose?
You lose by falling, so you either miss you miss a peg, or somebody's blow up if you wait too long, or there's buzz saws and things shooting flames. So you gotta time it right.
So you got buzzed. Yeah. Okay.
You know what that reminds me of? That one original game with the
Yeah.
little bunny where you gotta jump over those birds and
that
stuff
website.
and keep going. God, I love that one.
Yeah, so I got a couple here. I got a little monkey. You unlock them. I got a little jellyfish that I love. So they're just really fucking cute. I just love how adorable they look.
That does look cute.
Yeah, and
Sling Kong.
Here's what the iPhone really just does fucking well is physics-based games where the physics just feel right. You know what I mean? It's you pull back and the way it springs forward just feels good.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mental thing. That's why I think people liked Flappy Bird so much because they were just Flappy Bird. No, not Flappy Bird. Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Flappy Bird also is a game, though.
Yeah, because you just feel the way you pull it just is so raw.
It's satisfying.
Yeah,
the interaction is satisfying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of games, Fruit Ninja got a big update.
That's one of your picks.
Yeah.
It was gold now.
It's their 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, I have it.
They added a lot of stuff.
Really?
A lot of new mini games, tournament mode. It's really great. I've been loving it.
It's crazy how long that game's been updated.
That's the one game that's been on my phone since I got my phone.
That's insane. Why are they still doing it?
Well, they converted it completely to a free-to-play model.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now it's totally free. I bought it for $2 back 5 years ago.
I bought it 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, but now it's totally free to play. Now they're using currency where there's golden apples. You need to play these games, and you need star fruit to play these games. You could buy them both with dollars or earn them slowly. So they converted totally to a grind methodology. That
kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You can play it all the time. There's never a time when you can't play anything.
That's good. Yeah.
There's some things you have to earn, like your tournament entry tickets cost apples.
That's the way to do free to play. We've talked about this.
Yeah, you always have to be able to play.
Yeah.
So in this game, you can always play something, but not always everything. You got to kind of pick and choose. But it's a really fun, all the mini games. And then when you first get it, or upgrade, they give you a bunch of free money to
nice.
play everything, so you can explore.
Get you hooked.
Sweet.
I got one last iPhone game.
Go for it.
This one's actually a $5. We got a $5.
Which one's this?
80 Days.
80 Days, $5.
Yeah.
That's $1 million in iPhone terms.
I know. Here's the thing, is I've kind of been realizing this. That a lot of games, you got to do your research, but they're really worth the money sometimes. There really is a difference. And this game is really high quality. It's a text adventure, I guess I would call it.
You're not selling me yet.
It's based on the Jules Verne book Around the World in 80 Days.
I hate Jules Verne.
I know you do. I'm not trying to. Maybe I'm not selling you.
You really did know that he did hate Jules Verne.
I know, he's brought this up before. He fucking hates Jules Verne. He hates 20,000 Leagues from the Sea. What? Tell me what you hate.
20,000 Leagues, worst book.
Yeah, that's the one you
Awful
hate.
book. You ever read it?
No.
Don't.
Because you would just keep waiting for the octopus to come and the squid. And
There's a squid. It comes and it leaves.
Yeah.
It's like not even an important part of the story.
Tell me why else you hate it.
Would
I don't
rather they
remember.
kill it and eat it?
I mean, I'd rather Moby Dick's a good book because like there's a climax and a resolution. 20,000 Leagues has no climax or resolution. It's just like, here's the story about people in a submarine. They see a squid. Book ends. Fucking joke.
So it's a lot of like management. Like you buy stuff and you manage money and time.
Okay.
So like you buy like an evening jacket and then a timetable which gives you like different routes to take. So now I have all these different routes to take throughout the country, throughout the world. You know? And so I can go through Russia or I can go through Africa or I can, you know. And some routes will have like a bunch of different branching options that will happen through them.
What the hell is happening right now?
It's giving me it's opening up options to take because I just bought a map. So I depart.
You departed now.
I'm going to Paris. Embark.
Go.
So I got to pay money. Here's my suitcases I can bring with me.
This was reviewed by Touch Arcade, and they gave it a really glowing recommendation.
Yeah, like 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just really pretty. It's really well done, but it's really fun. Like I've played it like 4 times now. I finally got around.
It's like Oregon Trail, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Where you beat it and you try to do a better job.
Yeah. So I finally got around the world for the first time the other day, and I still kind of like it. But there's so many, like it's one of those games.
How do you not get around the world? You die?
No. Usually you like things delay you, and you pick the wrong.
Oh, because you got to do it in 80 days.
80 days, yeah. So I got around the world in like, once I got around 90, once I got 82, that one fucking broke me down. But like, you have different things that affect your relationship with your guy, because you're a servant, you're the valet. And so at the end, he'll be like, you are the best valet I've ever had. Or he'll be like, you let me down a couple times, but you did a pretty good job. So like, I don't know, just little fun things. It's like a lot of strategy and management to it, and a lot of really, really cool things you see. And there's so much I haven't fucking seen in this game. It's crazy. It's crazy when games like Mass Effect, where they record so much dialogue, and some people will never hear half of it.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those games. But I think it's worth the $5. I have not regretted it. It's given me a lot of time that I really put into it.
That's cool.
So check that out.
Yeah.
If you have any other games you want to tell me about, let me know. I'll jerk off in a cup about
Any more picks, Malone?
No.
I still play Hearthstone all the time. Kind of starting to hate it a little bit, but I can't stop playing it.
That kind of sounds like
you're bad at it, right?
everybody I've ever talked to with Hearthstone or Heroes of the Storm is they hit a point where they hate the people. Oh shit, I've got a fucking pick.
Oh.
Rocket League for the PS4.
What is this now?
It was a free game for last month's PS Plus. Like Xbox Games with Gold. It's basically like soccer, but with little toy cars that have rockets in them that you like rocket around with. So there's a giant ball, and there's different. You got like a team of 3-on-3, or 2-on-2, or 1-on-1, or 4-on-4. 3-on-3 is the standard mode, and your little cars will like boost, and like you have to like hit the ball, and you can basically like rocket off the ground. So you rocket and like flip your car to like get momentum, and you have to hit the ball with your car into like a big goal, right? Like a big open goal. When I heard about it, I was like, that sounds okay, and then I played it. And then like 3 hours later, I'd played like 40 games and I couldn't stop. It's just like one of those addicting, like perfect, like loops.
Rocket League.
I've just had so much fucking fun with it. I got my boy Tao to play. We were playing for a couple hours the other night.
Do you gamble with playing basketball?
No, this is my other friend. We don't gamble. Me and this friend don't gamble.
Okay.
If my other buddy had a PS4, the one we gamble with.
You'd be gambling on Rocket League?
Yeah, we'd be gambling a lot on Rocket League.
Sounds sweet.
It's fucking
So
great.
what system do you gamble?
The 360. He's got a 360.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't really play with him much recently, but it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my last pick. I got a lot of picks. It's been a while.
Good
since I've
pick.
been
Good pickage. Mm-hmm. All right. Well.
Any final thoughts before the episode's over, Alex? Like words of wisdom. For
Everybody should go vegan and stop eating meat.
Cops should wear body cams.
If you care about animals, stop eating them. That's the final thought that I have for everybody.
Crazy's final thought.
Malone, let's thank Malone for coming, everybody. Give him a thanks. If you think Malone's a nice person, give us a like on the video. If you think he's a bad person, subscribe. Think about that for a while.
Agree or subscribe.
Thanks for coming!